Hello again, everyone. Today I'm going to show you my 87 Jeep Wrangler. I've had this Jeep a couple of years, haven't really had any issues with it. It's been dependable. I'll show you some things that I have done after I bought it. These were bad about rusting at the rear frame rails where the springs attach. I'll try to get a close-up. It's right in there. So what I did, I cut out the rust, replaced it with new metal, and that took care of that. I also had some rust right here on the rocker, kind of in this area right in here. I repaired that. Those really the only two rust issues that it had. Came with the hard top that's on it, and I also have a soft top. I've never used it because I was always afraid it would rain and it wouldn't have a top on it, which I don't guess it would hurt. But anyway, I've never used the soft top. And I painted this Jeep, and I painted it just with implement enamel. The red part, I haven't painted the top. Probably will do that in the future, but painted the body of it with red implement enamel. Used International Harvester red. It came with this Champion winch. It's a 10,000 pound winch. And I'll open the hood and show you how that hooks up. Okay, here as you can see, the winch connection is right here, and it goes to a battery that has dual terminals, has side terminals and top terminals. So that's how that hooks up. Does have the 4-cylinder engine, not a powerhouse, but it's enough power to do what you want to do in a Jeep. When I bought the Jeep, the fellow had a piece of plexiglass for a rear window. Apparently the original window had gotten broken and he had plexiglass in it, so it was dull looking and you couldn't see through it well. So I actually ordered a new glass for the rear window. Now the frame that the glass attached to was all missing, so hinges were there as you can see, but the frame was missing. So I made this frame here at the bottom. That's just a piece of wood. I have recessed bolts with nuts on the back side. And I actually put a routed edge on the piece of wood I made. Kind of mimics this edge on the top. Because the hardware for the rear glass was missing, I had to make this latch. There was nothing to latch the glass. So I had this knob in the shop, and it just threads onto a bolt, and a little slider piece raises up. You can tighten it back down there, and that will raise the glass, let it open. And when you want to shut it, you just loosen the knob, tighten it up, and the glass is tight. So I was able to make that work without the original hardware. Okay, there's the spare tire. I did have it on the outside on this carrier, but with it on there, it was hard to open the glass and the tailgate. You had to kind of reach in behind to open the glass, and then it was just a little more complicated, so I just decided to take it off and just store it inside. So that's where that's at. All the lights work well. Turn signals, brake lights, everything works fine. The one issue it does have, well, a couple of issues. Number one is the mileage. 313,457 miles. And obviously, I guess those are original. I hope so. Hope it doesn't have any more than that. But the other issue that it has, the dash has gauges across here, and the heater gauge, someone already had disconnected it, the temperature gauge, and it's mounted right there. But I'm assuming the reason why is because it probably quit. The fuel gauge works, but it constantly bounces when you're driving or if you're just sitting still. Either way, the gauge will go back and forth like that. So that's one of the issues. The oil pressure gauge works fine, and the voltmeter gauge, they both work okay. The clock, sometimes it'll lose time, but you know, that's no big deal anyway. It does have a Pioneer radio. That was in it when I bought it. It works well. The speakers are right there on both sides. Here's the 4-wheel drive to go from 2 high, 4 high, or 4 low. This is a differential lock. You just pull it and turn it, and that locks the differential. And it is a 5-speed forward, which means it has 5th gear overdrive. I'm sure that helps some on the gas mileage. Here's the inside. The soft top that I was telling you about, it's the same color as this padding here on the roll bar, so it would match it, but I've just never put it on. But overall, a pretty good old Jeep. I like it. It gets the job done, and it's really nice if you want to have some wooded property. We can go down there and drive back through the woods and some trails we have, and you never get hung up. And if you do, you have the winch on the front to pull yourself out. So that's the 87 Jeep. If you got any comments, or if you can tell me what's wrong with those instruments in the dash, I would appreciate it. I've looked and I can't really find anything that would fix that. So I am missing the 2 shocks on the back window because they were part of the hardware that was missing here on the side that I didn't have. So I just use a tobacco stick, props it up, gets the job done. So that's the old Jeep. Once again, thanks for watching.